Hi, I'm Ben Smith, Supervisor of Educational Technology from Lincoln Intermediate Unit, and I'm here with.
Nicole Bond, the Educational Technology Specialist at Lincoln Intermediate Unit.
And we want to try and show you about sharing settings from Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and those types of things. And what you see on the screen now is that Nicole owns a document, and I have the link to the document, but you can see it says I need permission. So Nicole, why don't you show us how you can give me permission to access the document?
Absolutely. So I'm going to go up here. You'll notice it says private only to me, so that's how I know for sure it is only mine and nobody else can see it. But if I click on the share button up here, you'll see that I can share with people and groups. So I'm going to share it to you, Ben.
And if you didn't see the name, you could have typed in my address there as well. And on my side, if I had wanted to, I could have requested access, which would have sent Nicole an email to get access to that same window.
Okay, I'm going to share it to you as a viewer so that you can only view it. I'm going to unclick the notify since you're already there. That way you don't get the email notification.
And I appreciate that. So once Nicole's done that, if I refresh my document, what you'll see is now I have access to it, but you'll notice that I only have File, Edit, and View. I don't have the full set of tools here, and even if although you can't see me typing, if I try and type into my document, I can't do anything here. So if Nicole wants to change my permissions, she can do so.
I'm just going to go back up here to share. And I'm going to go down here next to Ben. And I'm going to change him to commenter. And then you'll notice it says pending. Until I hit save, he's not a commenter, so I'm going to hit save.
And so now on my side, I'm just going to refresh the document. And now what you'll see is it popped up and it says you are suggesting. So I can now go in here, and if I wanted to change something like we were talking about what is sharing, but I wanted to change it to the sharing button, what you'll see is that it came across and it says it used sort of the commenting feature. Now I can add comments, but it didn't actually make the changes. And on Nicole's side, she could accept that change if she wanted to, and then it becomes permanent. So that's one way that you can work with things. Now, if Nicole wants me to actually be able to edit just as she can change my permissions.
Again, I'm going to go up here to share. Then I come down here next to Ben. And I'm going to change him to editor.
And as she makes that change, you can see automatically on my side, it now gives me the full edit rights here that I can use. In addition, if I wanted to, I could add this to my drive. And so right now, this is just a document that's shared with me. I'm not the owner of it, but I can share it to my drive. So Nicole, why don't you go back into those sharing settings and just show us some of the other things that you can do in terms of my sharing settings. So you can see I'm the editor.
So I can make you the owner. I can remove you if I'm done with you working in my document, but I can also give you temporary access. What I like about the temporary access is I can designate how long you have access. I can also remove that expiration if later I decide not to have you under an expiration. And that's as a commenter. As an editor, you always have that. But if I just want you as a commenter, I want you to look at it for a short period of time, I can do temporary access.
So that gives you the sharing settings and how you can share with people. The one thing that you saw is that if you set up groups, if you have groups that you typically share with a lot, you can go back in and rather than type in, so for us, maybe our curriculum council, if we start to go, you can see like if we wanted to share that document out, we have a Google group that's already been created that has a full set of names. And so if you're sharing with large groups of people very often, that's a great way to be able to share with the groups. So the other part of this is that if you look at the bottom part, you can see that you can get a link to share with folks. And right now, by default, at least in our Google domain, it's restricted to being able to be shared with just people who work at the LIU. Yours might look different. depending on the settings for your organization, but by default, it's for us. And if you want to change that, Nicole can show you how to do that.
So I just click in down here, and you'll notice it's got some reminders. But I can go right into here. I can restrict it to just people I give the link to or add. I can also change it to anyone with a link. I can select over here if it's available in the LIU to anyone with the link. They're automatically a viewer, but I can also change it so that they're automatically an editor or automatically a commenter. If I put it as anyone with the link, that means anyone on the internet I share this with, even outside of our organization, can see that link. Same with commenter and editor.
And so those settings right there are really important. So you can see right now it's anyone with the link. So if I send this link to somebody, anybody can go in and type in it if they want. And actually because because it was a viewing setting, they can only see it. Now they can edit it. But for our organization, it's really nice that it defaults that way, so that when I send a link, I don't have to worry whether or not somebody has been given the edit rights to it. They're automatically going to be able to see it. In addition, if you see where it says copy link, if you just copy that link out, you'll be able to send that to somebody and just email them that link, and they will automatically be able to get into your document. So when you think about how you're going to work with these new settings in Google, and these just came out this week, right at the beginning of May 2020, when you start to look at that, you really need to think about how you're going to give permissions to folks. So the last piece that we'll talk about is under the gear. You can see that the link settings will allow you to be able to have folks within RIU search for that file. So if you give permission, that means when they go into their drive, they try and search for it, they'll be able to find that folder or that actual file. So that's a quick little rundown on how you can change the sharing settings. Once again, you can share with people in groups by clicking in the top box, and you can get the link to share out with other people in the bottom box. We want to thank you guys for watching our tutorial, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.